Hi friends, welcome to my channel Learn Easy with me. Today I am going to discuss with you nomenclature of carbon compounds. Finally friends, in naming of carbon compounds, in the name of a carbon compound, it has three parts which are prefix, root word and suffix. Its name contains these three parts, like we contain our surname, our middle name and our second name. The carbon also contains a three parts in its name. They are prefix, root word and suffix. First, now let us discuss about root word. The root word generally tells us the information about number of carbon atoms in a given carbon compound. It usually represented with the name myth for the carbon compounds which has only one carbon atom. Similarly, for two carbon atoms, we use the root word ith for naming them. And for three carbon atoms, we use root word prop for naming them. And for four, we use but. And pent, hex, sept, oct, and nen and deca. And for 11 and 12, we use uh, and for 11 and 12 we use one deck and dodec. Now let us discuss about suffix. Friends, the suffix has two parts. They are primary suffix and secondary suffix. In suffix itself it has two parts which are primary suffix and secondary suffix. First let us discuss about primary suffix. Friends, primary suffix tells us about the saturation of chemical compounds. We know that saturation is depend upon the bond between two carbon atoms. Either it may be single bond, double bond and triple bond. With the help of saturation and with the help of bonds, we can also find hybridization of a carbon compound. So the suffix will tell us about the bonds, about the hybridization and about the saturation. We usually use a suffix name "ane" uh, for a single bond between the two carbon atoms, and "ene" for double bond between two carbon atoms, and we use "ine" for triple bond between the two carbon atoms. See friends, let us see this example. Here we have a compound, a carbon compound. See here we have two carbon atoms. We have two carbon atoms, which represents that it has two carbon. We know that for two carbon atoms we use root word ith. So first for root word is ith, and it has all single bonds. So we use ane. So we use ane, suffix name ane. So if I replace, if I remove this hydrogen and this hydrogen, and if I make this single bond to double bond, now the name becomes ene, ethene, becomes, because we use ene for double bond. If we remove again two hydrogen atoms, then the name will become ine, because for triple bond we use suffix name ine. Now let us discuss about the secondary suffix. Secondary suffix. Friends, the secondary suffix will give information about the functional groups. There are different functional groups such as alcohol, acid, aldehyde or ketone. Friends, functional groups are those which substitute the hydrogen atom with another functional groups are those which substitute the hydrogen atom with other elements or with other compounds. Friends, here they generate some of the functional groups are alcohol, acid and aldehyde. We use suffix name ol for alcohol. When in structure the alcohol is represented by single bond OH, and acid it is represented as single bond COOH, aldehyde it is represented as single bond CHO, and ketone it is represented as double bond. Here single bond means it will make a bond with the given carbon compound. See here ketone. So here ketone represents that. See friends, here ketone, it has some carbon atoms and it has some carbon. So the ketone already has one carbon in it, and it will make bond with two other carbon atoms. It will make two carbon atoms. So friends, here we use suffix name ol for alcohol and oic acid for acid, al for aldehyde and on for ketone. So let me give you example. So friends, here you observe we have ethane. Now we replace this hydrogen with OH. Now this compound will become ethanol. Here in place of E we will add secondary suffix ol. So now the name of this carbon compound will become ethanol. Uh, if we substitute COOH in place of H, then it will become ethanoic acid. Now in place of E will write oic acid. So I think you have understood, friends. Now let us discuss about prefix. Friends, the prefix generally tells us the substitutes of hydrogen atom, and the prefix generally gives us the information about the position of substitutes of hydrogen atoms, and even the repeated functional groups or repeated alkyl groups. We generally use prefixes like 2, 2 di. Here we can see example 2, 2 dimethylpropene. Let me draw the structure of 2, 2 dimethylpropene. Friends, prop means it has root word prop. For root word prop we have 3 carbon atoms and in one double bond, and here it said the 2, 2 dimethyl. See, look at the structure, friends. Let me give numbering from double bond. You can see here at the second position, for the second carbon atom, it has two methyl groups. So we represent it with 2, 2 di represents that the first methyl is let it be first one and let it be second one. The first methyl is bonded to second carbon atom, and even the second methyl is also bonded to second carbon atom. 2, 2 represents the position of the methyl, and di gives the expression that there are 2 methyl groups in the given carbon compound. Friends, now let us discuss about priority principle. So in a carbon compound we can see that there are 2 or more than 2 substitutes, or 2 or more double bond or triple bond in a given compound. In such a manner, for numbering of the carbon atoms in a given carbon compound, we use the priority rule. It is in decreasing order. I given in decreasing order. See, COOH is high priority than all other, and in triple bond has low priority in these functional groups. You look at here, OH alcohol has high priority than ene, and aldehyde has high priority than ketone, and ketone has high priority than alcohol. Friends, now let us discuss about the lowest sum rule. The lowest sum rule says that the numbering to the carbon atoms in the carbon compound should be given from that end from which the sum of the numbering of the substituent is less. Let me make you crystal clear that observe this first one. Observe this first carbon compound. In first, let S be the substituent. If S is substituent, here I am given the numbering from right to left. So you observe that the place of S is at the second position. And if you observe this one, now observe this second one, you observe that the position of substituent is changed to third carbon atom to second carbon atom. Now I am given numbering from, again I given numbering from right to left. Now what happened? The position of S is 3, which is greater than. So if I given numbering from left to right, then this atom is given numbering 1, this are 2, this 3, and this one will be 4. So if I given numbering from left to right, the position of the substituent will be at 2. But here I given numbering from right to left. Now the position became 3. The 3 is greater than 2. So this is wrong. So what is right? For this one, we should give numbering from left to right. Now look at this first one. In this first one, it is correct because if we give numbering from left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4, the position of the substitute will become 3. So 2 is less than 3. So so it is correct. Now let me explain you longest chain rule. Friends, this rule is that the longest continuous chain should be used for root word. See, look at the diagram here. Look at the diagram here, friends. See here. Some of people think that we can give numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is wrong, friends. We should give numbering to the longest continuous chain, which means that here this is longest continuous, because it has only see this one, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon atoms, but this one it has only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon atoms. So this one is correct. So numbering in this manner is correct, and numbering is this manner is wrong. Okay, friends. Now let us look the second example. See here, the numbering is given straightly. This is what I am explaining to you, friends, straightly. Here it has only 5 carbon atoms. If we give numbering like this, it will have 6 carbon atoms. So we can say that, friends, this is longest chain of carbon atoms and this is the smallest chain. Okay, friends.